After the incident at the hospital with the blue mist, Kat needed answers. The oddly beautiful color had always been a strange mystery to her. Also, the fact how it didn't hinder vision, and when surrounded by it, you appeared to glow in a blue light. The most bizarre factor was how Kat swore she'd heard voices from it more than once. She couldn't be imagining this, or the only person who'd experienced it. She wasn't crazy. Logging onto the internet, Kat started searching for answers. The internet had more to offer than television. There were a lot of news and magazine articles. Problem was that the net was monitored, so any articles the regime felt weren't appropriate were taken down. She typed in, "What is the blue mist?" and was pleasantly surprised that several articles came up. The first couple of them were guesses about what caused it, like global warming or climate change. Statements that the news had predicted at the beginning. This wasn't what she was looking for. Being bolder, Kat typed in, "Mysteries of the Blue Mist." Not as many articles popped up, but as she scrolled through them, one caught her eye called "Secrets of the Blue Mist" by C.C. Nassar. Viewing the date, it had been recently posted. Wary of what it would say, Kat began reading. The blue mist has always been mysterious to me. Although it always made me uneasy, it was still a mystery that I wanted to solve. The first thing I noticed when I was surrounded by the mist was that the unease I felt vanished, replaced by serenity. I'm still between a rock and a hard place on if the blue smog changes your mood, but I don't believe it's related to a weather phenomenon. The voices that I began hearing is what confirmed this. At first, they started as whispers that I couldn't make out. I thought I was losing my mind. But each time I explored the mist, the multiple voices grew stronger. What was clear was that they wanted me to fulfill my deepest desire by cheating on my husband with my first love. I had sense enough not to give in to what they told me. The consensus would probably tell me those were my own inner voices in my head. Only the male and female voices in my mind weren't my own. Few people would believe my viewpoint and call me nuts. I wavered on my mental status, not sharing my thoughts with anyone. Not until I decided to take pictures while inside of the blue mist, and what I uncovered was staggering. In the photo, I could see who the voices belonged to that were speaking to me. I now had proof that I'm not crazy. Please share your thoughts on if you can see what I can. I don't know if the blue mist was engineered by the government or it's an unexplained phenomenon. One fact for sure, it's supernatural. She had experienced everything the person in the article was referring to. That meant she wasn't off her rocker either. Whether the regime orchestrated the mist or if it was a freak of nature, neither option seemed like a good thing. The person stated the pictures they took were proof. What did they see? Kat wondered, on the edge of her seat. There was a link to click below. Kat's fingers shook, hesitant to look. If she turned back now, the unknown would continue to nag her. Taking a deep breath, she clicked the icon, and slowly, a photo of the blue mist appeared on screen. She couldn't tell where the photo had been taken. At first, Kat only saw the swirling azure fog. As she continued to stare, shapes started to form inside of the mist. A feminine face transformed in the center, followed by another female and male face. Their facial features were slightly distorted. They were faces nonetheless. What was most disturbing were their expressions. The woman in the middle appeared to be in ecstasy. The other lady was smirking, and the man's lips were turned up connivingly. Kat used to avoid the mist at all costs. But when it began appearing more frequently and staying for longer periods of time, crossing its path was inevitable. The voices she heard started as soft whispers. The more she came into contact with the mist, the clearer and stronger the voices became. Their expressions matched the things they'd said in Kat's mind. Gathering her wits, Kat scrolled down to view the comments. Lady D: "What a hoax! I don't see a damn thing." Tiger T: "OMG! I saw 3 faces. The woman in the middle looks like she's having an orgasm." Dynamite Chi: The guy looks like he's up to no good. Probably playing the chicks. Cowgirl. Is this supposed to be an optical illusion? I don't see anything. Jenny Jingle. Why the hell are there creepy faces in the mist? Must be a magic trick. GQ. I've always been skeptical of the mist. The color is unnatural. After seeing these faces, I'm freaking out. Who are they? What do they want? Magnum Steel. Stared at this photo for 5 minutes and I don't see nothing but mist. Thanks for wasting my time. Candy Lady. The person who wrote this is a nut job. There's nothing in this photo. Kitty Cat. The regime must have concocted this. How else are there faces inside? Pep Boy. I've told my wife for months that I've been hearing voices in the mist. Now she'll have to believe me. Service King. This is a waste of internet space. Ain't nothing here. Mojo Jill. I thought I was suffering from a mental disorder when I started hearing the voices. I'm relieved that I'm not the only one. Mastermind. Stupid joke. I've never heard voices in the mist, and there's nothing special about this picture. Saint Molly Grace. Are they ghosts? Evil spirits? I suggest that everyone fall on their knees and pray. The clouds are about to open. Doll Baby. The regime needs to do something about the creepy entities lurking in the mist, or maybe they're behind it. The Dawn. All you folks are insane. Nothing is in the mist. Kindly Karen. The end of times is near, with spooky beings whispering sinful thoughts in our ears. Sweet Angel. The blue mist is the gateway to hell. This photo proves it. Rowdy. Can I join the threesome? Mercy May. I personally believe this eerie blue mist is straight from the pits of hell. The voices try to convince you to fall into temptation. Kat realized that some people could see the faces like she could, and others couldn't. What does that mean? Kat pondered, biting her nails. For some reason, she was among the crowd that saw something other. Something told her that she'd never get a straight answer. Whatever the mist was, it wasn't good. It manipulated and caused people to cave to temptation or lose their mind. A prime example was the man attacking her at the hospital. She had no doubt the voices had convinced him to feel her up. Kat knew better than to respond to this article. She didn't want to be incriminated if the article was taken down. Some of the people who saw the faces still didn't view the mist as a threat. Kat didn't agree. She was among the wary. The mist had always given her eerie vibes, and she planned to listen to her first instinct. She would climb over hell and high water to avoid the mist.